She's a soothing music by an unwritten script, a silent movie but visually cinematic elegance. Infatuated lyrics verse to compose onto tones of her curves. Her tone is a sensual dance, a serenade of sensitive sensations. Her lips a path to a pristine passion. Her eyes a gateway to heaven. She is a grandeur of purity, a distinction of innocence. Fate must learn patience in the pursuit of desire. A shirt mist of old hymns of ages past, with tattered edges, their message still lasts. Those five stanzas, jewels I know by heart, sweet by and by, and how great thou art. And count your blessings, I love that one too. And this world's not my home, I'm just passing through. But when I've done wrong and need to get right, there's just as I am, and why not tonight? I swear I can hear my folks who have gone on victory, and Jesus they sing along. Someday all the saints will stand and join, and as heaven's choir sings those songs once again, those old yellowed pages worn soft by tears. Oh, how I miss the songs of yesteryear. No, let there not be an end of time. My rhyme after rhyme, honey vapor scents, traveling months seduced tepid. That verse, this was not a dream, for I was within the realms of reality. As these footsteps led my heart back to forgotten pastures. Her persona was poetic personification. I was lost for words in a simple silence. The soul's serenaded suppressed symphonies. The idyllic radiance of her eyes became a timeless memory, the warmth of our first kiss, an eternal celestial connection. I am a wish, a prayer from mortal lips that reached heaven and touched God's fingertips and returned to earth, wrapped in flesh and blood, a gift from God's unconditional love. So love and cherish me as God does you. Guide and teach me well in all I do. And together a garden we will grow, filled with the fragrant beauty of the rose. And on all the day I reach maturity and feel the need of leaves to leave the tree, to show the world the colors that are me. Rejoice in all beauty that you see, for I am your child, the gift that God gave, no more than a wish and a prayer away. Words flowing like magic explode off my freestyle page, taking me on journeys I didn't seek. My mind is just flowing, feelings do raise. Her spirit is leading to heaven, I think. Read but live, then each chosen word, caught up in beauty, emotions I trace. My heart is aflutter, tears sometimes fall in awe of her verses, as much as her grace, passion, and love. I can feel her heartbeat, sorrow, and pain. Mistakes made again, dancing with nature. You take me by the hand. Simply, you're beautiful. I'm in love with your pen, of your tongue, spilling of emotions out onto the page. Poems come alive for sure. They are real. Confide in me, please. All that's concealed, my dearest poetess, you make me feel. How do I answer what is love? It's part hope, part apparition, but what truly love truly is kind of defies any definition. Have you ever felt so alive that it was almost too extreme and caught up in passion's drive? Have you ever felt left yourself a dream? Have you ever stolen a kiss that you floated on a cloud? Wow, I'm tired, I'm physically tired. Awkwardly I dance because I have two left feet. Hard to find a partner. Yes, indeed. I am. Guess this is the end. Goodbye, I have said. Goodbye, in the end, I have said again. As long as I can, I will look at this world for the both of us. As long as I can, I will sing with the birds. I will laugh with the flowers. I will pray to the stars for both of us. No, no, no. No, 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 no. If you give up when it's deep winter, you'll surely miss the promise of your spring, the beauty of your summer, and the fulfillment of your fall. Don't let the pains of one season overshadow the joys of the rest of the year. Try to judge life by one difficult season cherished instead the exceptional seasons given you in love. Do not stand at my grave and weep. Indeed, I tell you, hopeless grief is passionless. The only men incredulous of despair help talk in anguish through the midnight air. Beat upward to God's throne and Lord loud access, a shriek and reproach, full desertness and souls as countries lieth silent there under the balanced vertical eye glare of the absolute heavens deep hearted man express griefs furred by dead in silence like to death, most like a monumental statue set in everlasting watch and moveless woe till itself crumble to the dust beneath touch of the marble eyelids are not wet. If I could weep, could arise and go. Well, remember me when I am gone away, gone far away into the silent land, when you can't no more hold me by my hand, nor I have turned to go, yet turn and stay. Remember me when no more day by day you tell me of our future that you planned. Only remember me, you understand. It'll be late to counsel, then or pray. Yet if you should forget me for a while, and afterward remember, do not grieve. For if the darkness and corruption leave a vestige of the thoughts that once I had, better by far you should forget and smile, than that you should remember and be sad. Said she, I will not live with grief from morrow unfold morrow unto morrow. My heart cries out for some relief. Goodbye, a little sorrow. She closed the windows of her home and pulled down every blind. I'm going forth, she cried to roam. You grief can stay behind, and I'll be gone the live long day. Expect me back tonight. Grief wanly watched her go away into the warmth of light with quickened step and brightened eyes. She mingled with the fawn, until instead of pale grief's moans and sighs she heard endeavor's song. She saw a sister cross the road and asked her how she fared, and then helped to lift her heavy load, and in the burden shared and snared. Throughout the day, self was exposed, suppressed, was willest of service took its place. When she returned at night to rest of grief, there was no trace. When she returned at night to rest of grief, there was no trace, but Joyce stepped forth and sweetly said, May I now be your friend instead? You didn't die, you just changed shape, became invisible to the naked eye, became this grief, its sharpness more real than your presence was before you were separate to me, entire to yourself. Now you are a part of me. You are inside of myself. I call to you by your name. There's an elephant in the room that is large and squat, so it is hard to get around, yet we squeeze by. How are you? And I'm fine. And a thousand other forms. A trivial chapter. We talk about the weather. We talk about work. We talk about everything else except for the elephant in the room. In this tomb, it seems spit into you forever for eternity. The angel flew away to heaven, lullaby forever in a rhyme. Seems never the end of death is nothing at all. I have only slipped away to the next room. I am, you are you, wherever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the easy way which you always use. Put no difference into your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity. Utters our world and laugh as we always laughed. Have a little jokes we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was, perhaps one of the most beloved funeral poems of all time, spent in rhymes from dark abodes to fair ethereal light. The enraptured innocent has weaned her flight on the kind bosom of eternal love. She finds a known beatitude above the snow. Ye parents, nor her loss deplore. She feels the iron hand of pain no more, but the dispensations of unnerving grace should turn your sorrows into sorrow praise. Tread lightly, she is near. Under the snow, speak gently, she can hear. The daisies grow, and her bright golden hair tarnished with rust. She that was young and fair, fallen to dust, lily like white as snow. She hardly knew she was a woman, so sweetly she grew. Coffin board, a heavy stone let lie on her breast. I vex my heart alone. She is at rest, peace, peace she cannot hear, lyre or sonnet. All my families, all my life's buried here. Heap earth upon it. Rapid repentance, spit it, never end it. Thus our part and daily loseth something of its bitter pain. And while learning this hard lesson, my great loss becomes my gain. For a touch of grief will render my wild nature more serene. Give to life new aspirations, a new trust in the unseen. Henceforth, safe across the river, I shall see forevermore my beloved household spirit wait in for me on the shore. Hope and faith, born of my sorrow, guardian angels shall become, and the sister gone before me by their hands shall lead me home. Well, there I go, on my way home. When evenings cast pale shadows on the earth, and silence like a vast mysterious ghost stifles the land and sea from hill to coast, and buries all that tropic suns gave birth. And by myself I piece the darkened shore, and think of this unhappy lot of mine, the pain and grief of fates to me assign. I sigh for you, O mother I adore, that I could seek your bosom as of old, and nestling there, bear secrets that oppress. Accuse these that my love would dispossess, whose hearts to cold desires and base are sold. O mother dear, when death relieves our sighs, shall we in heaven meet in paradise? Rhyme after rhyme, all day and all night. Let no loud weeping show the bud and bloom that elves and nymphs have read about this tomb of the Gentile Syrinx. Mourns his shortened years and on his laurel's pan sheds quiet tears, and the cathedral raised to exiles beside one that the through the transepts breathes like sorrow's bloom, and in the silence the rapping again inside of my head that begins to echo again inside of my head begins to echo again. If I am the first to go, I'll wait for you in the place where crowds of angels glow. If I go first because I lost the fight, I'll be waiting with the Father where the tunnel opens into light. If I am the first one there, I'll wait you. I'll wait you in the lush meadows where heady perfume fills the air. If I go first and leave you lonely, we'll meet again in paradise in our loved ones' company. If I aim the first to go, allay your fears. I will be waiting in the place where there are no more tears. If I go before you and we must part, I'll wait for you in heaven where sweet music soothes the heart. If I am the first to go, we will meet again in a far better place than this, where God has banished pain. If I go first and I leave before, you'll find me with the angels where suffering is no more. If I am the first to go, by days and years or years you will find me waiting here, there far beyond the veil of tears, and the trail of tears. I'll spend all of these years drinking these beers and shedding these tears, rhyme after rhyme all night. And you lie alone, so small, so fragile, boxed like a doll in a toy store window, where passers-by say it's almost lifelike, but you are not a doll. You are not for sale, for you are not whole. The essence that was you has left you empty. Life a box within a box, you lie alone. Your angelic soul was born to heaven on the wings of the dove. Turtle, dove, love from above. Here it goes again, echoing inside of my head. The echoes begin to sing again inside of my head. Oh, my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. Oh, Mary, go and call the cat to home. Uncall the cat to home, and call the cat to home. Oh, battle born across the sands of deep. The western wind was wild and dank with foam, and all alone went she. The western tide crept up along the sand, and o'er and over the sand, and round the sand. As lie here, as I could see, the rolling mist came down and hid the land, and never home came she. Oh, is it wheat or fish or floating hair? A trees of golden hair, a drowned maiden's hair. Above the nets of sea was never salmon yet that shone so fair among the stakes of deep. They rode her in across the rolling foam, the cried, crawling foam, the cruel, hungry foam. To her grave beside the sea, to her grave beside the sea, still the boatman hear her call the cat home across the sands of deep. Will thou go with my sweet maiden, my sweet maid, Saint Maiden, wilt thou go with me through the valley depths of shade, of night and dark obscurity, where the path hath lost its way, where the sun forgets today, where there nor life nor light to see. Sweet maiden, wilt thou go with me, where stones will turn to flooding streams, where plains will rise like ocean waves, where life will fade like vision dreams, and mountains darken into caves. Say, maiden, wilt thou go with me through the sad non-identity, where parents live and are forgot, and sisters live and know us not. Say, maiden, wilt thou go with me in the strange death of life to be, to live in death, and be the same about this life, or home, or name, at once to be and not to be, that was and is not yet to see. This things pass like shadows in the sky, above, below, around the sly, the land of shadows, wilt thou trace and look and nor know each other's face, present mixed with reasons gone, and past and present, all is one. Same maiden can't let life be led to join the living up to the dead, and trace thy footsteps on with me. We're wed to one eternity. We are not one, the weeping and the laughter, love and desire and hate. I think they have no portion in us after we pass the gate. They are not one. The days of wine and roses out of a misty dream. Our path emerges for a while, then closes within a dream. We fling up roses and laugh. We laugh across the wine. With wine we dull our souls in careful strains of our cups, our polished skulls, which the roses twine. None dares to look at death, who leers and lurks apart. Clay lies still, but blood's a rover, breaths aware that will not keep up, lad. When the journey's over, there'll be time enough to sleep. When I came last to Ludlow, amidst a moonlight pale, two friends kept step beside me, two honest lads in hail. And now Dick lies long in the churchyard, and Ned lies long in jail. And I come home to Ludlow amidst the moonlight pale. I watch the doctors walking with the nurses to and fro, and I hear them softly talking in the garden where they go. I envy not their learning nor their right of walking free, for the emperor of Tartary has died for love of me. I can see his face all gold beneath his night black hair, and the temple strange and olden in the gleaming eastern air, where he walked alone, and sighing because I would not sail to the lands where he was dying for love and no avail. He had seen my face by magic and a mirror that they make for those rulers proud and tragic by their lotus covered lake, where there hangs a pale blue tiling on an alabaster wall, and he loved my way of smiling, and loved nothing else at all. There were peacocks there, and peaches, and green monuments of jade, where macaws with sudden screeches made the little dogs afraid, and the silver fountains sprinkled foreign flowers on the sward, as they rose and curved and tinkled forth there, a listless yellow lord. Ah, well, he's dead and rotten in his far magnolia grove, but his love is unforgotten, and I need no other love. And with open eyes, when sleeping or closed eyes, then awake, I can see the fountain sleeping by the borders of the lake. They call it my delusion. They may call it what they will, for the times are in confusion. are growing wilder still. And there are no splendid memories in any face I see, but an emperor of Tartary has died for love of me. No, last night, yesternight, betwixt her lips and mine there fell thy shadow. Sayonara, thy breath was shed upon my soul between the kisses and the wine, and I was desolate and sick of an old passion. Yes, I was desolate about my head. I had been faithful to thee, sayonara, in my fashion. All night upon mine heart I felt her warm heart beat. Night long within mine arms, in love and sleep she lay. Surely the kisses of her abroad red mouth were sweet, but I was desolate and sick of an old passion. When I awoke and found the dawn was gray, I have been faithful to you, sayonara, in my fashion. I have forgot much, sayonara, gone with the wind. Flaunt roses, roses, riotously with the frown, dancing to put thy pale lost lilies out of mind. But I was desolate and sick of an old passion, yet all the time, because the dance was long. I have been faithful to thee, sayonara, in my fashion. I cried for madder music and for stronger wine. But when the feast is finished and the lamps expire, then falls thy shadow, sayonara, the next is fine. And I am desolate and sick of an old passion, yet hungry for the lips of my desire. I have been faithful to thee, sayonara, in my fashion. Love is, yeah, a great thing to me. When having dawn drawn across the lawn, in darkness silently, a figure fills like one a wing out from the nearest tree. Oh, love is, yes, a great thing to me. The spring sun shows me your shadow, your spring wind bears me your breath. You are mine for a passing moment, but I am yours to the death. What shall it profit me to know your heart holds many a Romeo? Why should I grieve? Oh, I forget how many another Juliet. Let us be glad to have forgot that roses fade and loves are now as dreams immortal, though they seem almost as real as a dream. It is for this I see you rise, a wraith with starlit in your eyes. Or calm hours weave for such a mood, solitude out of solitude. For this you come to me, out of the night, out of the sea. Oh, Lady Kate, my cousin Kate, you grow more fair than I. He saw you at your father's gate, chose you, and cast me flying by. He watched your steps along the lane, your spore among the rye. He lifted you from mean estate to sit with him on high. The luck of God is in two strangers meet, and but the gates of hell are in the city street for him whose soul is not in his own keeping. In love a silver strain upon his feet. My heart is the seat of time, my veins are stardust, my spirit is the axle of God's dream. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love you to the depth and the breadth and the height. My soul can reach when feeling out of sight for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee to the level of everyday's most quiet need by sun and candlelight. I love freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath of smile and tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. Hence in a mess, the night is darkening round me. The wild winds coldly blow, but a tyrant spell has bound me, and I cannot go. Giant trees are bending, their bare boughs weighed with snow. The storm is fast descending, and yet I cannot go. Clouds beyond, clouds above me, waste beyond, waste below, but nothing dear, nothing drear can move me. I will not, cannot go from the low white walls of a church's steeple, from our little fields under grass or grain. I'm gone away to the fairy people. I should not come to the town again. I may see a girl with my face and tresses. You may see one come to my mother's door, who may speak my words and may wear my dresses. She will not be I, for I come no more. I am gone far, with the fairies roam men. You may ask of me where the herons are in the open marsh, when the snipe are home men, or when no moon lights, nor a single star, on stormy nights when the streams are foaming in a hint, and they come of my haunts afar, with beneath my floor and my roof the gloating, but I come no more to battling nar. Ask Father Ryan to read no verses, to call me back, for I am this day from blessings far, and beyond curses no heaven shines, where we ride away, and at the speed and fall of and all their staples, with the gods of old, and the sons of Finn, with the queens that reigned, and the olden fables, and the kings that won what a sword can win. You may hear us streaming above your gables on nights as still as the planets spin, but never stir from your chairs and tables. To call my name I shall not come in, for I am not. I am going to the fairy people, make the most of that other child who prays with you by the village steeple. I am gone away to the woods and wild. I am gone away to the open spaces, and we will ride and no man might tell. But I shall look upon all your faces no more in heaven or earth or hell. I was milking in the meadow when I heard the banshee keating. Little birds were in the nest, lambs are on the lea, upon the brow of a fairy hill around gold. Moon was lean as she parted from the esker, as the banshee keened for me. I was weaving my door post when I heard the death was a beating, and I signed the cross upon me, and I spoke the name of the high and fair, a fruit cloud in the air, a silver moon was fleet, and the night began to darken as the death watch beat for me. I was sleepless on my pillow when I heard the dead man call, and the dead man that lies drowned at the bottom of the sea, down in the western wind and mist, a dim white moon was falling. Now must I rise and go to him, the dead who calls on me, where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim gray sands with light, far off by thirst roses. We foot it all the night, weaving olden dances, a mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and is anxious in its sleep. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for a world more full of weeping than you can understand. They tell me I am cursed, and I will lose my soul, or red wind shrieking over the foreign groan done. But he is my love, and I go to him tonight, who rides with the horn, glistens white beneath the moon. He will call my name and lift me to his breaths. Blow soft a wind neath the stars of the south. I care not for heaven, and I fear not hell. If I have put the kisses of his proud and red mouth, while I met the love talker over one eve in the glen. He was handsomer than any of the handsome young men horsemen. They stole little Bridget for 7 years long. When she came down again, her friends were all gone. They took her lightly back between the night and Marlborough. They thought that she was asleep, but she was dead with sorrow. They have kept her ever since, deeper than the lake, on a bed of flag leaves, watch until she wake. Awake goes today inside of my head. He echoes me again and again and again inside of my head. The demons never stop spitting and speaking again inside of my head. The demons start spitting and speaking again inside of my head. Death is the mother of beauty, hence from her alone shall come fulfillment to our dreams and our desires. Although she strews the leaves of sure obliteration on our paths, the path sick sorrows took many paths where triumph or rain its brassy phrase, or love whispered a little out of tenderness. She makes the willow shiver in the sun, for maidens who were wont to sit and gaze upon the grass relinquish me again and again, relinquished. She makes the willow shiver in the sun, for maidens who were wont us to sit and gaze upon the grass relinquished to their feet. She causes boys to pile new plums and pears on disregarded plate. The maidens taste and stray unpassioned, and the litter and leaves indeed spit never end into the